I always believed my marriage was safe, simple, and honest. I was wrong. I didn't know that the man I loved, the man I trusted, was living another life. And in that other life, I was the secret. My name is Danielle, and this is the story of how my whole world collapsed in one afternoon. My husband, Marcus, worked long hours. Tech job, meetings, travel. I had gotten used to his routine. When we met, he warned me that he was married to his work. I believed him, and I never questioned it, because why would I? Love is supposed to be built on trust. And I trusted him enough to stop checking things, stop doubting, stop wondering. But the truth has a strange way of revealing itself. Sometimes gently, sometimes loud. Mine came loud. It started on a Saturday morning. Marcus said he had a quick work errand, 2 hours max. That wasn't unusual, but something felt off. His energy was scattered, almost jumpy. He hugged me a little too fast. Kissed me like someone who was late for an appointment they didn't want to explain. When he left, I shrugged it off, made breakfast, cleaned the kitchen, scrolled through my phone, normal things, until my friend texted me, "Hey, is Marcus back in town already?" I froze. Back in town? He hadn't gone anywhere. He told me he'd been home all week. I asked her what she meant, and she sent a screenshot from Facebook. It was a community group page from a nearby town, 2 hours away. A woman had posted a picture of Marcus at a local grocery store with 2 kids hanging on his arm, 2 little boys, calling him daddy. My heart hammered so hard I could barely read the caption. Marcus surprised the boys today. They love when daddy visits. My throat dried up. My stomach sank. I stared at the photo, his smile, the way he knelt to the children's height, the comfort between them. This wasn't a stranger. This wasn't a mistake. This was a family. My husband had another family. I didn't want to believe it. I told myself it must be an old photo. Maybe a cousin, maybe a misunderstanding. I refreshed the page, checked the date. It was posted 15 minutes earlier. 15 minutes. I grabbed my keys and drove. I didn't know what I was going to do when I got there. I didn't know what I wanted to see. I just knew I needed answers because the pain of not knowing was cutting me open. 2 hours felt like 20. I replayed our whole marriage in my mind. 3 years. 3 years of birthdays, holidays, dinners, lazy Sundays. And never once had he slipped. Never once had I seen a message, a photo, a hint that he was living a double life. I pulled into the grocery store parking lot and scanned for him. My hands were shaking so hard I could barely hold my phone. Then I saw him. He was loading groceries into a car I didn't recognize. And next to him was a woman, pretty, calm, familiar with him in a way wives know instantly. The 2 boys climbed into the back seat, laughing. She touched his arm like someone who had the right to. He touched her back like someone who knew her body. My knees nearly buckled. I didn't walk to him. I couldn't, because if I did, I might have broken apart in front of complete strangers. Instead, I watched from behind a parked SUV as he kissed the woman on the forehead. Not a friendly kiss. Not a goodbye kiss. A husband's kiss. At that moment, I realized something painful. I wasn't the main wife. I was the second life. I was the work trips, the excuses, the spare hours. I was the secret. They drove off before I could move. I sat in my car and sobbed until my body felt empty. When I finally drove home, Marcus was already there, smiling, relaxed, acting normal. "How was your day?" he asked. I didn't answer. I just set my phone on the table, opened the community page, and placed it in front of him. He stared, blinked, looked at me, looked back at the phone. His face changed from confusion to fear, to the kind of silence that tells you everything without a single word. I whispered, "How long?" He closed his eyes. "Before you." "It started before you. Do they think you're divorced?" I asked. He nodded. "And me?" My voice cracked. "What am I?" He didn't answer. The silence punched me harder than any confession. I packed a bag that night. I didn't yell. I didn't throw things. I didn't demand explanations that would only hurt more. He begged me to stay, said he needed time to fix things, said he loved me. But the thing about love is this: if it needs 2 homes and 2 lies to survive, it's not love, it's selfishness. I stayed with my sister while I figured out my next steps. Every night, my mind replayed the scene at that grocery store. The boys calling him daddy, the woman leaning into him, the life I never knew he had. Friends asked how I didn't notice the signs. But secrets don't always hide in the dark. Sometimes they hide in routines. Sometimes in silence. Sometimes in the trust we give too freely. Weeks passed before I gathered the strength to file for divorce. I blocked his number, blocked his emails. I wanted peace, healing, distance, but the story didn't end there. 3 months later, I received a letter from the woman. She had found out about me too. She thanked me for unknowingly telling her the truth, for choosing to leave, which gave her courage to confront him. She included a photo of her boys. In a short message I will never forget. We were both living in his lie. Now we're free. I cried reading that, not out of anger, not out of sadness, but out of clarity. We weren't rivals. We were victims of the same man, one he broke with lies, one he broke with secrets, and one he never deserved. I rebuilt my life slowly. I focused on myself. Therapy helped, friends helped, time helped even more. I stopped asking why he did it, because even if I knew the reason, it wouldn't stitch the wound. Some betrayals don't need closure. They need distance. Today, when I look back, I don't see a broken woman. I see someone who survived something devastating and walked forward anyway. Someone who believed in love so strongly that even betrayal couldn't kill that belief. And if you're listening to my story, I want you to take something from it. Sometimes the person you trust the most is the one hiding the deepest lies. Sometimes the love you think is real is only real on your side. But walking away from a lie is not losing. It's choosing yourself, choosing peace, choosing dignity, choosing truth, and that choice is never the wrong one. Everyone carries a secret. Some break us, some make us stronger. If you want more stories that help you heal, learn, or simply feel understood, subscribe to Everyday Secret Stories. Your story might be next.